So back to Tristan. So a few days go by. He's depressed a little bit, but they're playing, and everyone's kind of almost back to normal again. There's a little something missing. The tribes are getting along. They're not running into each other. Everybody just went back to their own areas, and the weather was rough for a couple days. And a sunny day came out, and he just went up to a mountain by himself, and the Indians let him go. A few of them follow him around because they're always curious of what Tristan's going to do. And he's like the in guy. Plus, they're there to defend him. They know he's in a bad way, but you know, they're there to help him. And actually, they know that at times that he doesn't even want their help or need their help. He's very good on his own. Actually, he's better on his own because he doesn't have to protect anyone. He can move through the jungle well. So he actually was getting ready to go home, back to Philadelphia. And what had happened is, out of nowhere, everyone can see it by now, there was actually a type of government, there was people studying him, and they know about Tristan, that he can go back and forth and do these things and talk to these people, but nobody else really seemed to see them. And just this one time, the scientists thought a way that they could put something in his eyes to see what he sees at that time and connect it to his brain somehow, so they could see exactly what Tristan sees if he's leaving and going to another dimension. They were not really sure. They had left any government agencies, all these people from all over the world, scientists with their own money. They studied Tristan at this time. It's going to be another part of the movie that the scientists loved Tristan by the end. They fell in love with him. At first it was an assignment, and they hated following this crazy bastard around, and then they got really interested and seen that all he did was good. But what had happened is every day he would go up to this mountain in the jungle and just sit and stare over the woods. And a couple of the Indians would follow him, and sometimes he'd go by himself. But this one particular day at the end, right before he had left, as he was walking through the jungle, everyone heard like a jaguar growling. And they know when they growl and they're around. Usually they stay far away from the people because they've been hunting them so long. The jaguars don't come close. But out of nowhere, one had stopped in front of Tristan on the path. So it's staring right at him. This is a black jaguar staring at Tristan. And he has his spears ready. We're not sure if it's attacking. It's growling a little bit at him, but it's looking at him, not in like an attack growl. It was just a growl to get his attention. And then another one came up with the spots. And then another one with the spots on the side of the trails. The Indians are watching this. They can see these jaguars just kind of walking the distance. They're 100 feet away. But you can see them. Usually you can never see them. They're like magic. They're incredible. You can't see them if they don't want you to see them. And another one came up. And as it came up, it came right to Tristan, and on its back was the girl. The girl was on the back, but it wasn't really, you could see her, but here, it was her spirit in her form exactly. And he had his head down first, and he didn't see all the jaguars around him. He just seen the first one growl, and he just put his head down to let happen what was going to happen. He didn't see the girl yet, and then the little girl gets off of the jaguar and walks up to him and pulls his head up and smiles at him. And she held his chin up, and they used to do the chin up thing, you know, be proud. And she stood there, and he hugged her. And she just smiled, and a couple of the Indians had seen this, and then it was spreading real quiet. They were whispering, they're all coming. She got back on the jaguar, and they just kind of left and disappeared. And it was the little girl. It was an accident, she told him. It was an accident. The warrior they had killed had loved the baby, just as Tristan had.